Greetings everybody, Gentleman James and Gentleman Games here, and how are you guys all doing? Welcome to a Let's Play. This is just a little bit of a review. I wanted to really talk about this game. This game is called Furidashi Drift Cybersport. Full disclosure, this was sent to me by the developers along with a little bit of DLC so I could review it and yada yada yada. That is not going to affect my review in the slightest, aside from the fact that I just want to say thanks for sending me the game. I've been itching to play a race game for a while. And I'm, in all honesty, I'm really excited for the coming of the new Need for Speed game, which is super duper exciting for me. It'll probably be the first game I actually buy in a long time. But, so what is this game? This game, this is a game. This is a game about drifting cars. What else do you want? Cyber Drift. Furidashi Drift Cybersport took place. Now you can join the world of Cyber Drift. I want to point out a couple things really quick, though. If you're looking for a nice, casual, relaxing game to play, where you can just kind of play on your own or whatever, don't get this game. This game requires people on the internet to play. It's also $15 for the base game. And for a game that requires people on the internet to play for $15, that's a pretty steep price. Also, if you don't have a steering wheel and clutch and pedals and everything, don't get this game. It doesn't work well on mouse and keyboard, as you are about to see, because I do not have a steering wheel. So if I hit the right arrow, you know, my wheel's full turn, and that's not great for drifting. So this is not a game for somebody that does not have a steering wheel. Gameplay wise, I think it's kind of neat. Plays pretty well. There's a lot of modification you can do. So we're looking at my little pink car right now, because it's adorable. I've already upgraded a little bit of an engine here. You earn money through drifting with people. This is my car that you're seeing floating in the background here. It's a cute little guy. Look at how adorable it is, my little Hello Kitty ride. I made it pink because I can. Upgraded the engine a couple times. Upgraded my suspension a couple times, because if you're going to be drifting, you gotta have yourself some good suspension. You gotta have a decent engine. Upgraded my steering, because if you're going to drift, you need very responsive steering. Upgraded my clutch, because why not? Body stiffness increased a little bit. Less sway, less herp-derp. I have already upgraded my engine once. Now, you start the game with somewhere around like $700,000. You'll notice I only have about $15,000 left. That's actually less, because I've played this a little bit to earn money, and yep. But everything in this game is based on the fact you got to worry about horsepower and you got to worry about the weight of your car, because a heavy car is not going to drift well. You got to worry about the grip on your tires, and look, there's a lot of different options here. Is this as option heavy as a game, say, like Need for Speed or Gran Turismo? Not really. Is it still a decent amount of options to make the game feel like you can customize your car and be unique with it? Absolutely, 100%. Oh, and I've done full weight reduction stages, so I've taken out a bunch of vinyls and attachments, or not vinyls and attachments, but vinyls and decals and stuff. Super duper neato. Go back. Wait, not buy. There's a lot to do here. Paint, you can paint your car. Everything costs money. In-game money, which is awesome. You can also pay real-world money to get a couple cars that are like almost fully upgraded, which I will show you right now. Bam! So this is the car you start out with, and then I've upgraded it and done whatever I want. You'll notice it's got 697 horsepower. Yay! Its mass is 1261 kilograms, so it's slightly downgraded from its full mass. Its engine's a 2000cc SF20. Its wheelbase is pretty decent. Its ratio is pretty decent. That's its power ratio. Modification, I have modified the 71% out of the way that you can, which was roughly $725,000. Here is some DLC, because the company sent me DLC. Now the DLC, so this is also an NS15, which is the same as the car I just showed you, but you'll notice its horsepower is about 300 extra horsepower, 250 extra horsepower. Its mass reduction is about the same. Modification, 100%. This is 100% modified. Its power ratio is pretty decent. Its wheelbase is the same. Although I think I might be able to upgrade the engine. Let's take a gander here. Can I upgrade the engine? Nope, already full. Engine is already maxed. What about like body stiffness and stuff? Nope, already full. Wheels you can still change. Suspension's good. Steering is good. Clutch is full out. I know there was like something I could do. I might have already done it. Was it tires? Nope, tires are good too. Wow. Oh, I could swap engines. Yeah, that's what I could do. I could actually just put entire new engines into the vehicle if I wanted. Like, look at this, $500,000 for an LS7700. Oh boy. But yeah, so we're actually, hold on, we're gonna go here. We're gonna grab my regular car. And we're gonna go into some competition. Now, if you like using your mouse for just cut it off your computer and never touch it again if you're only going to play this game for the rest of its life, because you don't need a mouse. The mouse, it does nothing. I'm moving the mouse right now. Everything here is WASD, escape, and spacebar, shift, control, and up, down, left, right. Now, would this game be fun to play with friends? Maybe. Would this game be fun to duel with somebody? Maybe. Can you play offline practice? Yes. Do you get in-game currency for that? No. So it's really kind of pointless when you can play like a ghost car match, which all the cars are ghosts. You can't hit each other, which is kind of neato. We're going to play Mall of America here. We're going to change it to a sunny, cloudy. We want it to be kind of a warm day. Cloudy and warm. Only Steam friends. All players. Session start. And you notice it says connecting to server. Competitors found loading. I'm not 100% certain that these are actually real people. I think for a competition, they're real people. But since this is ghost cars, I don't think so. I don't think they're real people. I'm not 100% certain. But I don't think that many people own this game for me to actually get a full lobby every time I play. But maybe I'm wrong. What I do know, however, is this game released today. Things are happening. Okay. All right. Here we go. So, your WASD buttons change your camera view. That's my rear view. I need to get back into regular view. There we go. Shift doesn't seem to do anything. Spacebar, however, is your brake. So spacebar, up, down, left, right is your brake. And this game rates you based on your drift abilities. And you'll notice I just basically just fishtailed there because I'm using mouse and keyboard. Look at how beautiful that guy is drifting. I am almost willing to bet that that guy is using a steering wheel or he is a rowboot. But you get points based on your drift abilities, and then there's like little like threshold points, like you see those little orange things. See? I don't even know. Oh yeah, and the down button's braking as well. So you can actually, well, it's actually reverse, but you can use that as a brake if you want. You can like, but the game itself, I mean, it could be so much fun. I'm not entirely certain this is a game for me with mouse and keyboard. Like I said, I've been craving like a racing game lately. This isn't really a racing game. You'll notice I'm not racing around a track against anybody right now. I'm simply trying to outscore them. So I could literally just sit here and like just whip shitties this whole time. Whee! And I'm getting drift points for whipping a shitty. Look at that. How cool am I? I'm not getting significant points because I'm not doing anything that's really technical. Now, like, one of the other problems, initial drift. So that right there was considered a good drift, even though I wouldn't consider that a good drift. But let me show you something. I want to show you something. Okay, let me straighten out my car. All right. Now here's another problem without using like clutch and pedals and everything. Is you press that up arrow to go forward, right? Well, you automatically, like in an electric car, you're just full throttle. So if I press up, all right, and then I lightly press a button here, I just get thrown all over. I'm not even pressing any turning buttons right now. I'm literally only pressing forward. Now I'll lightly press the left, and I just completely go out of control. This is not a game for keyboard. It has keyboard options. There's like deadening. It should be worth noting that the majority, like right now, I am literally not pressing any left or right buttons. I'm only pressing forward, and it's changing the direction of my wheels. If you go forward too fast, you'll spin out as well, which, I mean, yes, that kind of happens in real life, but, like, I don't know. This is not a game that bodes well for keyboard. If you have a steering wheel setup and everything, great. You'll probably enjoy this game a lot more than I am. But this is not the casual or even like racing simulator game I've been looking for. Like, as silly as it is to say, mouse and keyboard wise, Grand Theft Auto 5 has better controls than this game. And Grand Theft Auto 5 is dismal when it comes to vehicle controls. So this is the flaw of the game currently. And like, you'll notice I'm just crashing into things left and right? Well, it's because even if I'm like braking or I'm like doing whatever, there's no control on the vehicle. And keep in mind that this vehicle's almost entirely upgraded. It's 71%. And the only reason I'm using this vehicle and not my full upgraded vehicles is because they control even worse. We're just gonna go through here. I feel like this should be like a drift bonus spot. Like, there should be like extra points you get if you could drift through that hole there. But I think a lot of the control problems are that it let's see. It's overcompensating for control. Like, it's not understeer, it's not oversteer like you would see in like a real world situation. It's the game itself. There's just, oh my gosh, I can't believe it didn't fail me for that. The game itself, the control is just not realistic. This coming from somebody who has drifted cars in the past, in real life, and who would go out and do it for fun. Because I live in the country, why not? Dirt everywhere, or ice, or lakes. But so, at the end of a round, you come out here, you get all of your ratings and stuff. I got 4th place, minus R3, whatever that means. And then I got a little bit of money. Now you'll notice, boom, I have 20 grand instead of the 12 I had a little bit ago. I was in 4th place. And that's the game. You just do that over and over and over and over. Now you can go to competitions and practice, and you can search online, and you can compete against people. But see that problem down there on the bottom of my screen? Competitions not found? That's the thing I brought up at the beginning of this Let's Play, is that this game for $15 entirely depends on other people playing it. And if I'm going to pay $15 for a game, I want some solo play or story mode or something where online play is a bonus, but it is not the base game. Because that's... In this day and age, especially with how saturated the online market is, or just the game market in general, depending on a paid game, or paying for a game that depends on other people to be online in order to enjoy it to the full, is problematic. It is not the correct direction. I know people love an online aspect to a game, but it cannot be the sole basis for a game in today's market. So, take that as what you will for this game. Before I get out of here, I want to show you guys all of the DLC that was sent to me, just so there is no confusion about what I was sent. So I was sent the game, the base game, the $15 game, and I think the cars in DLC are like $3, and there's like 5 or a half a dozen or something of them. The cars I were sent were this one right here, the NS15 1999. Full upgrade package. I was then sent the DRX7 1999. That is not it. Hold on, give it a second here to load. That's the other thing, is the load times between vehicles are longer than I would hope. They're not like dismal. I've played games with worse load times, but they're still a little, they hang up a little bit too long. But so I get the DRX7, and then the other DLC they sent me was the NS14 95, also a full upgrade. It's not that vehicle right there. Don't look at that. That's a little coupe. Or that's not even, yeah, that was a coupe. Okay. was this one. And this one's actually not fully upgraded. This is only at like 86%, so there's some more that I can do to it. Look at that cool... The one thing I do enjoy about this, though, is that outboard intercooler up on the front of it. Oh, gosh, that's so sexy. I don't know if I could ever run a car with an outboard intercooler in real life. I would want it to be protected because they're not... Intercoolers aren't super expensive. They're cheaper than radiators, but, like... They're for your turbo, so I'd be really, really afraid that something would happen to it while I'm driving, and it would go wrong, and then my turbo would get messed up, and if my turbo gets messed up, then your engine's messed up, and then you have like a $30,000 car that's worth $0. Like maybe 10 grand if you sell for parts for the rest of it. Maybe. But anyway. Yeah, so that's what they sent me. I did request each car individually. In the game individually, so it was 4 requests in total. I don't think I'm going to do another review on this game. I might come back and check this game out again if I manage to get my hands on like a clutch pedal and steering wheel system, because I think at that point I could come back and give this a better review as far as the car handling aspects. But the other points I brought up in this Let's Play are still valid, or in this review are still valid. You can't make your customers pay a premium for a game where there is no base solo or offline play that is as exciting as the multiplayer aspect. I mean, especially like for a dedicated MMO like World of Warcraft or something that comes out that already has a significant amount of content that you can play, even online, even if no one else is in the game, like Black Desert Online. No one else can be in the game, but you can still play because there's a story mode present. Those can work. But a game like this, where you literally have to have other people to even access the online component, it doesn't work. You can't charge for that, especially in this day and age. People will go elsewhere. People will pick up Need for Speed. They will pay 3 or 4 times the cost of this game to pick up Need for Speed or Gran Turismo or Grand Theft Auto, where the online aspect doesn't require other people to play. But all right, everybody. As always, I'm Gentleman James of Gentleman Games. Raise your wine glasses. I hope you guys enjoyed this little short review here. I'm probably going to be doing more reviews and more Let's Plays in this manner, just because with working outside of YouTube and everything now, and just the state of YouTube right now, it is not beneficial for me to make long-running series anymore. And as many of my older viewers know, I'll do like 12 or 20, maybe sometimes luckily 30 episodes of a series and then just kind of disappear out of that series and do something else because it gets boring. How many times could you guys watch me drift around a track in the same car or upgrade my car? You know, maybe 6 to 10 times at most, and then whoops, okay, we're gone. Woo! And even then, I feel like after like the 3rd episode, nobody would be watching anyway. But so I think I'm gonna focus a little bit more on just kind of these light reviews and just showing you games that are on the market that you might enjoy. I've got a couple more kind of lodged in the back, and when I say a couple, I mean like 50. That have been sent to me by developers and stuff that I haven't even had time to even like install, let alone look at. So I've got some more content coming up for you guys. It's still going to be a little bit far in between, but I just want to give a huge shout out to my Patreons right now, because even over the course of the last like 4 months when I've just been absolutely terrible at producing content, you guys have been there. You guys, the real MVPs. So thank you very much. I super appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Anyone watching this video is awesome. Let me know what you think of the game down in the comment section below. And here is my question for you guys for this. In real life, if you could have a car and let's say you had $100,000 for a vehicle and you could build yourself a drift kit on that vehicle, what would the vehicle be, and what kind of color? What paint would you be? Because I can tell you right now, mine's either going to be covered in Magikarps or it's going to be bright pink. So let me know, what car would you want if you were going to go drifting in the real world down below? You have a budget of $100,000. Let me know. And as always, guys, I'm Gentleman James, Gentleman Games. Raise your wine glasses. I will see you next time.